Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The game is in trouble. I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. I got it for real.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. 161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Welcome to a pivotal late season match from Docking Stadium, the campus of Adrian College, where Hope College, the reigning MIAA champions, will bring an undefeated record into Docking Stadium to take on the Adrian College Bulldogs. Here in the booth, I'm Josh Mitchell on a chilly Saturday evening. The sun has set, the lights are on in Docking Stadium. 50 degrees here for first kickoff between the undefeated 4-0-1 Hope College Dutchmen and the 3-1-1 Adrian College Bulldogs. Adrian's overall record wasn't looking great throughout most of the season, but Coach Charlie Miles remained consistent that it was all leading to conference play, and here in conference they've played quite well. But they're going to finish out with two of their harder games on the schedule. There are three teams ranked above Adrian currently. One of them is Hope College. One of them was Albion, who the Bulldogs suffered a tight 2-1 loss to earlier in the season. And they'll finish off against the other team standing above the Bulldogs in Calvin next week. We are underway from Docking Stadium. Adrian College starting with the ball. Headers all around. Kyle Jennings with a touch. One of three seniors honored here tonight for senior night for these Bulldogs here for the men's soccer team. Eli Sizemore with it in net. The solid goalie for this Bulldog team and a leader on the team. Kyle Peterson with it on the near end. Sends it across to Nick Miller. They feed it down the field, but cleared back the other way as Adrian continues to try and get some possession. Here's Josh Winold. Sends it ahead into the far corner. That's Ryan Korch. Sends it in the middle. Headed away by Kyle Peterson. Kyle Jennings with a touch. Generally, you'll see Kyle Jennings playing further downfield on the offensive end, but drifting a little further back, and it'd be a little bit of a style change for the Bulldogs than what we saw earlier in the season. Going to send it along close here to Kyle Peterson again. Sends it far down, headed away. And that's going to be cleared off again, this time by Matthew Davidson, before we have a collision right around that 35-yard line. They're going to reset there. Hope brings in that 4-0-1 record, and they have done it against some good teams, averaging 2.5 goals per game. Solid offense as well. This one into the box, headed away, going to chase it down along the far side. Not quite able to get there was Sean Walters. So it'll go out of bounds and head back to Adrian. Eli Sizemore going to walk over to grab it. For Adrian, it's been all about trying to find offense this season. The defense has kept them in a lot of games up and down the schedule. 1-0 loss, 1-0 loss, 2-2 tie, 2-1 loss, 1-0 win, 3-2 win. So when the Bulldogs have managed to score goals, they've been successful. On the side of Hope College, they've had much the same, but able to come away with more wins overall and posting 2.5 goals per game to Adrian's 0.9, not even averaging a full goal per game. Back onto the far side. Waiting for it here, trying to send it ahead. Going to transition over to the near side here. Kyle Peterson sends it ahead, trying to chase it down as Kyle Jennings. The senior not quite able to get there. But the Bulldogs remain possession with a throw-in deep in the side of the Dutchman. And they're going to send Kyle Peterson down. We've seen this before in the year. Kyle Peterson has the arm to throw this all the way into the box if he wants to. And that looks to be what they're setting up for here. The run-up and the throw into the box. Header not quite there, kicked away. Back out to the midfield, sent back over to Kyle Pearson on the near side. Going to send one back into the box again, headed away. And the Dutchman going to clear it out, chasing it down along the near side here. That's Ryan Corks. Gets tripped up, whistle blows. The Bulldog faithful not happy about that one, but contact again, and it's going to be another kick for the Dutchman deep in Bulldog territory. This one closer to the 25-yard line. Pair of Dutchmen standing around to take it. Evan Morrison, Matthew Davidson. Davidson's going to step aside. Morrison's going to send it into the box. Header up, down, sends towards goal, but collected and cleared away by Ryan Goki. All the way back out towards midfield where it'll roll out of bounds, and the Hope Dutchman will reset. Nearly 5 minutes gone, but back and forth the action has been to this point. Headers on the far side, tapped ahead. A knee sends it back the other way to Dominic Krushner. Gets by Krushner that time. Over onto the near side. Sends it into the box once again. Collision on the header as it floats gently to Eli Sizemore, the talented goalie for Adrian. 74 saves on the season. 29 goals given up. Started 15 games last season, and Coach Charlie Miles pointed out that he's one of the leaders on the team as well. Saw him pregame in the middle of the team circle, hyping up his team for this senior night showdown. We'll be sure to highlight all three of the men's soccer seniors. There's one of them there. Kyle Jennings taps it over to Owen Soper, who sends it ahead before it gets cleared out. Jennings trying to chase it down again. Contested there. It's Davison going to clear it out to the other side. Collision again right in midfield, but corralled by the Dutchman. Tries to send it through. little too far out in front for Ryan Cortage. And Eli Sizemore will collect it. A couple of players to watch out for as this one gets ahead here, and Kyle Jennings tries to chase it down. An aggressive play by Morgan Daniel, the Dutchman goalie, as he goes all the way out to chase it down and collect that one. Sent ahead again, fighting for it is Kroshner as he'll go down. No whistle this time as Adrian will get a possession. Back to Peterson on the near side, sends it ahead. Kyle Jennings goes around, collision with Aiden Biter, as that's going to be a kick for Adrian. As we've had a couple of these kicks so far. 2 for the Dutchman. Weren't able to find any major progress there. Now Adrian with one. Not going to send it in deep, is Dominic Kroshner. Instead they're going to establish possession. Now he's going to send it ahead. Kyle Jennings not going to make a running attempt at that one as it goes a little too far. They will reset once again with Morgan Daniel in net. Only 6 goals against this season, 30 saves. But 3 goalies have seen action for Hope. They've all had a handful of goals given up against them, so they've really changed things around. Here's one out ahead, trying to get it out to Kyle Jennings. Way out of goal once again. Very aggressive from Morgan Daniel as he was out of position. Kyle Jennings almost chases it down. Instead, it gets sent off to the side once again, and here you go. This is the benefit of having someone like Kyle Peterson on your team, is this is essentially a corner. We've seen this multiple times earlier in the year. Already seen it once tonight. This is basically a corner. He's going to throw it all the way into the box. There it is. Into the box. Down in front. Tapped around in front. Trying to get it out. Trying to generate some kind of shot. Instead, they're going to tap it out and reestablish a possession. Not quite able to find it there. Here's one. Back into the box. Corralled by Morgan Daniel. Will go the other way. Hope's going to spread back out as we have played a rather exciting 9 minutes of game so far. Number 40 tapped ahead. Kicked high into this cloudy and chilly sky. Here's one down ahead. Collision. Pair of players go down. Whistle is blown as Eli Sizemore gets out on it. Going to send it back in here, and it looks like Adrian's number 6, Ryan Goki, is going to tap it off. Nope, going to hand it over to Eli Sizemore, let him boom this one away. Down to Kyle Jennings once again, but a little far. As we will turn and head the other direction. Going to throw it down the line here. Headed away into the center, tapped by Josh Weiland over to the far side. Nobody there for Hope. Sends it ahead, trying again to get this one ahead to Kyle Jennings. Jennings is the top goal scorer for the Bulldogs. Peterson now with it on the near side. Taps it over to Nick Miller, who sends it into the center. Able to clear it back over onto the far side now. Not quite able to get there, though. So we're going to have a throw in for Hope. Kyle Jennings, one of the 3 seniors on this Adrian College team, honored here tonight for senior night. Orrin Emmert out there as well on the far side. One of those seniors. Here's a tap down the far side. There's Owen Emmert as he'll chase and knock that one out of bounds. Going to reset as they move down the field here. And actually, we had a whistle back behind the play, so instead we're going to have a kick from Back near the 42, and Hope is setting up as if this is going to go all the way into the box. It's a long way to go, but they're readying for it. Here's a kick. High in the air. Not quite going to get into the box. Instead, the Bulldogs corral it. Tap it out ahead. Past Ryan Hanzik, who will throw it back in. Down to our left. They'll send this one ahead. Nobody there. Goes out of bounds, and Kyle Peterson will collect. Looking for who to throw it into. Going to throw it down the line. Tapped ahead. Nobody there. Clears back on the near side. As they play tap it back and forth. Till eventually it goes down to Eli Sizemore. As he will take his time again. The Bulldogs are used to playing close games. Almost every game they've been in this season, save for a couple earlier in the year, have been very close competitive games. Now on the far side. Hope not able to get a possession. Collision on the far side. Hope player goes down. As the two players both trying to make a play on the ball. I'll go down. Whistle will sound as players will spread back out to their defensive positions. And they will call the training staff over. They'll make the long jog across the field to check on him on the far side. It looks like he's able to get up. Not able to quite see who it is out there. But he is up, so we'll keep it here as they'll slowly make their way back onto the near side. Still can't quite tell what number it is. The numbers are rather small on the fronts of the Hope jerseys as he's up walking unsupported, so looks like he's all right, and a respectful applause from the Bulldog fans. This is both the senior night, and it's also one of the cancer awareness events for Pink Week. As number 4, Seth Walters. So he'll come off the field again, walking on his own power. Looks like he's shaken up a little bit, but back on the sideline now. They're going to send on number 18, Evan Tassades, onto the far side, take his position. Bulldogs shift down here as we kick it off once again back into the action. Down out in front, tapped ahead, collision out of midfield, taken away, sends it back down into the corner. Trying to get around here is Ryan Kosberg, sends it into the center, tapped away, now back on the edge of the box, sends it into the center once again, running a tip. Goes high and over the goal. That was Josh Weiland who took the shot that went high and over the goal, but they're going to get to reset here with another attempt. From the corner on the far side. Hope setting up here. They're going to roll the players into the box. High header. Eli Sizemore goes high with a big paw to send it down. Here's one towards goal. Able to kick it away and into the stands far out to our right. That was Ryan Goki who cleared that one away. So another corner here. This will be the second corner of the night for Hope. Adrian technically hasn't had a corner, but Kyle Peterson has thrown it in twice. Here's one into goal, right out in front. Eli Sizemore able to tap it away, still on the ground in front of goal. Now cleared off outside the box, sends it across to the far side. Bulldogs dispersing, trying to clear it out. Here's one open on the near side, a little too far out in front for Jackson Miling. Here's one high in the air. Eli Sizemore will bring it down. The Bulldogs clear off 2 corner kicks. This game remains scoreless, so we approach 30 minutes to go in the first half. Eli sends it down again. Header into the air, corralled by Ryan Cranks. Sends it across the far side, kicked deep down the field. Nobody's there as it'll roll out of bounds, and Hope will take possession. Throw it in on the far side. Tapped high into the air. Header goes the other way, but cleared far down the field by Dominic Kreshner and headed right back in their direction. On the ground once again as we just kind of kick it back and forth here. Kreshner taps it again. Now it's into the center, but cleared away again as we just kind of continue to go back and forth. Neither team really able to get the ball down and try and get something going here. There's a nice header over to Kyle Jennings, and he'll start to roll down into the center a little too far. That one will tap, go out of bounds. Kyle Peterson there to grab it. And Bulldogs will take a possession. Throw it down ahead, corralled by 3. Hope Dutchman is down again, and Kyle Peterson's got this again. This is a little bit far for him to throw it into the box, so instead he's going to tap it down. Kyle Jennings sends it into the center, but it's cleared high into the air. Lands around the 40. Pair of players fighting for it there. Jennings fighting for it on the backside. Now he takes it away. Taps it ahead to Andy Biter. Biter's going to chase it all the way to the far side. Physical play. Contact. Ball goes out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick for the Dutchman goalie Morgan Daniel. Aggressive plays by Aiden Biter, but not able to generate anything out of it that time, so the Dutchman will take possession. Send it far down the far side, but a little too far for, I believe that's Jackson Lohman out there. Again, these numbers are really small. It's hard to make out exactly who's who. It might actually be Jackson Mindling out there. Here's one into the center. Bulldogs rally around. Send it off onto the far side. Now here's towards goal. Header not quite there. Shot attempt blocked away. Kyle Jennings now chasing it down, and he'll go into transition as they near midfield. Excellent ball control from the senior. Kyle Peterson will send it all the way back down and reset this possession. Aggressive move there, send it into the box. Maybe might have been a good angle for a header from Hope, but not quite able to get there, so we play on scoreless here in the first half. Here's one over to the near side. Grant Hanzik into the box, sends it into the center, but cleared away quickly. It's again Kyle Jennings on the near side. Fighting for it, sends it over to center. Bulldogs trying to establish a little bit of possession here. Kyle Peterson with it on the near side. Hounded out of bounds. There it goes down. No whistle, but Adrian maintains the throw-in. Peterson waiting, looking for somebody to throw it into. Kyle Jennings coming close. Instead, going to try and send it further ahead. Nobody there. Send it on the near side. Send it all the way ahead. Good save there as it was Jackson Mindling who was trying to get behind the defense that time. Good job by, I believe that was Dominic Kreshner who cleared that one away. Coming down to take the throw in. Grant Hanzik going to throw it into the corner. Tapped away by Kyle Peterson. Able to just keep it in the field of play in the corner. Here's one into the box. Header not quite there, and it'll clear off to the far side. chasing it down and sending it all the way down the line. Moving the possession for Hope back out to midfield. Hope, the undefeated, top-ranked team in the MIAA. Adrian, with a win here, would tie Hope record-wise in the conference with one game left to play. Here's one to the center, picked off. Down the center, not able to generate anything out of it as it'll soar into the box. Kyle Peterson out to snare it. They'll reset once again as the Adrian defense has continued to be excellent as it has all season long. Kyle Jennings, or Eli Sizemore, excuse me, the leader of that defense. Kyle Jennings is the leader of the offense as he has 5 goals, including the game winner last week against Trine. Here's one into the center, tapped away, now kicked off closer into the center. Bulldogs trying to get it here, and they'll kick it all the way back to Eli Sizemore. He'll kick it off, back down the near side. Header away until Jack Weiland will kick it down, and Eli Sizemore corral it again. Players take half a second here to catch their breath. There's the kick. Far down the center. They're not quite there. Kyle Jennings sends it ahead. Tapped around by Ryan Cranks before they send it back down once again. Dominic Kreshner is going to come down the near side. He will take this ball for the throw-in. No, he will not. He will leave it there, and Kyle Peterson will come in and do the throw-in. Coach Charlie Miles barking out orders from his spot. So they throw it in right in front of the Bulldog bench. Away. Nick Miller's going to send it over into the center. Tapped ahead. Nick Miller gets it again. And onto the far side. They'll reestablish and try and work down that side. Instead, they're going to send it way down the field. Nobody there. Kick by Hope does not quite go out of bounds. So Nick Miller has it again on the near side. Going to send it across. Kyle Peterson not quite able to chase it down. Tough one there as Kyle Peterson had a lot of grass to work with. As the sophomore is 2 goals on the season. Might have had to look at another one, but that pass went a little too far. A player for Hope out to tie their shoe quickly. Gives the players just a little bit of a chance to catch their breath with Grant Hangzik to throw it in. He'll throw it down the near side. Tapped around. Hope going to send one across. Nick Miller trying to get there. Instead, the pass trying to feed it ahead to Josh Weiland as he was going through. That was Jackson Meinling, who almost had possession there. Eli Sizemore gearing up for the kick again. Going to send a couple of players far down the field as we dip under 22 minutes, so halfway gone in this first half. There's the kick out to midfield. Header tapped along the near side. Kyle Peterson there again, as he so often is on this near side. Here's one tapped out ahead. Dominic Kreshner is going to try and corral it. Tapped out of bounds by Riker Cortage. So the Bulldogs will throw it back in. Kyle Peterson right in front of the Bulldog bench. Sends it down. Tapped out of bounds on the throw-in by Grant Henzik. I take it back. It looked like they call that Kyle Peterson was the last one to touch it. So instead it's a turnover, and Hope will have possession. Quickly taken away by the Bulldogs briefly, but now cleared out. And Hope will look to generate some space. Get down the near side, headed away, and out of bounds. It'll remain in the possession of Hope. But Adrian has done a fantastic job so far, hanging with this very talented Hope team, the reigning MIAA champions. They're 9-0-3 in between last season and this season in conference play. Here they are on the far side. That's Minding, who gets it poked away from him. And it's going to be a corner, so a third corner kick for Hope. As we saw earlier in the season, no matter how good your defense is, you keep giving up too many of these corner kicks, eventually there's a real good chance one of them is going to go down. Set to take it on the far side. The run up and the kick into the box. Headed away. Out front. Sent in. Kicked out again. Bulldogs with it for now and trying to get it ahead Kyle Jennings as he was running ahead, but goes out of bounds. Danger averted for now for Adrian. Hope gonna throw it out ahead. Fighting for it back in the corner. Collision. Two players go down. And the call looks like it's going to go the way of Hope. So they're going to have a kick from a dangerous, dangerous spot here. Got to worry about sending it up for a header or sending it on towards goal. Evan Morrison, number 8. He's going to run over. It looks like he might be the one to take this kick. 3 Bulldogs at the corner, trying to build a little bit of a wall, reduce the angle. Morrison, run-ups, kicks, sends towards the back of the goal. Header is in! Jackson Lohman with a header on the far corner, sends it in net, and Hope goes up 1-0. Great plays there by Hope. It was just a physical play led to that free kick. The kick happened to be in a very dangerous position, and it was a perfect kick. It went right into the back corner, away from Eli Sizemore. And Jack Lohman was there to knock it in. So Adrian trails this game 1-0. Gonna have to find a pair of goals if they want to try and come away with a win in this game. Jack Lohman as his 3rd goal of the year. Assisted by Evan Morrison for his 2nd assist of the season. In the meantime, we start the new possession, work our way down the field, and it's going to be, again, not technically a corner, but in all effective purposes, a 3rd throw into the box for Adrian. Kyle Peterson runs up, throws it deep into the box, tapped away, back out towards center. Corralled, trying to send it towards goal, not quite enough air under it to get over the many bodies there in the box. Send it across to the far side. Adrian maintains possession for now, but Hope fighting for it. Here's one tapped on the far side, trying to send it over to Kyle Jennings. He gets knocked down. No whistle. Instead, it's cleared out into the center. Bulldogs continue to fight for it. Now on to the near side. Josh Weiland down into the box. He'll send it ahead. And a trip. No whistle again. Eli Sizemore's going to send it ahead. So a no call on both ends. And we continue to play on. Here's one ahead to Kyle Jennings. 2 players in front. Sends it down into the box. Over to the left. Trying to get around the players. Picked his pocket. And they'll send it back down the field. Slow things down just a little bit, as that was quite the sequence. Now it goes out of bounds on the far side. Now thrown down. Trying to get it down into the offensive area once again. Adrian maintaining possession. Now kick back. Out of bounds. It's going to remain Adrian's possession on the throw-in. Back out, and then out of bounds. As it looks like it's going to be just close enough for Kyle Peterson. Again, this doesn't go down as a corner, but we've seen him all season long on these offensive ends. He's got the arm, throws it in. This is basically now a fourth corner as Peterson throws it into the box. Tapped away, high shot, and over to corral it is Morgan Daniel. He's going to reset here. Going to set it down, go for a kick. Kyle Jennings almost ran up and blocked it before he could get the kickoff. Adrian able to fight for it on the near side. Now it's controlled by Hope. Down the far side once again. That is number 13, Josh Weiland, as he's been impressive so far. High into the air again. As they continue to fight for it. Now Kyle Jennings gets possession. Sends it ahead. Not quite there. Kyle Jennings taps it away. Taps a little too far, and we got a whistle. Whistle blown. It's going to go against Adrian, as Kyle Peterson thought he was going to have a free run to the corner, but officials say no, and they'll have a free kick to reset here. Clock continues to run. 13:45 left in this first half. Trying to send it ahead again. This one boomed back onto the Adrian end. Kyle Peterson with it on the near side. Sends it over to Krushmer. Krushmer will take it back. Send it over to Sizemore. Sizemore will reestablish. Kick it over to Kyle Peterson. He'll dash into the center. Now tap it over onto the near side to Owen Soper. Soper will send it ahead as Peterson now in the center contesting for it. Tries to kick it ahead. Deflects off of a Hope defender. Back onto the outside now as they'll send it back over to Soper again. Soper back over to Aiden Biter. Kick into the center. Trying to clear it out is Hope. Nice box out there, and they'll kick it out ahead. Able to chase it down into the box, but blocked. Shot off the post. Off the post. Two Bulldogs ran out. They both thought they were going to defend it. Instead, it was Jack Meinling who got a kick shot off. And we'll see that one again. As that one looks like it went off the right post. Yeah, just off the post. And just before that, there was a Bulldog. I didn't see who was chasing him down, and then Eli Sizemore as well. Looked like they both thought the other player was going to make contact with it. Instead, it turns into a shot on goal, but for the Bulldogs, a shot that doesn't go in. So break for Adrian. We'll transition the other way. Here's a nice steal into the corner. Tapped away, trying to get out in front, but not able to do so. Was Ryan Colchage. Instead, it's tapped out of bounds by Dominic Kreshner. So another corner coming up for the Dutchmen of Hope College. They've already scored off of one corner. Set to take another. Run up and the kick. Into the box. Goes over to the other side. Headed away for now. Shot back into the box. Tapped out away. Another shot towards goal. Right to Eli Sizemore. Sizemore sends it ahead to Peterson. He'll throw it away to Kyle Jennings, who is then stolen away by Evan Tainstas. Tainstas with it. Out near midfield. Sends it across to the far side. Here's a shot far down center. Nobody there. So Eli Sizemore will corral it once again. As we approach 10 minutes to play in this first half. Back and forth of a half. But it's Hope College who has the goal on the board. Here's a tap into the box once again. Contact. No whistle as he tries to develop a shot. Header into the box. Tapped away once again. Here's one trying to send it towards goal. Goes far wide right. They will reset and a pair of Bulldogs will come on. One of who is Nicholas Kafoulis, one of those 3 seniors on the Adrian College roster, honored here tonight for senior night, a transfer from Concordia University. Sizemore set to kick it out of goal. Waiting for his players to get a little further downfield. There's the kick. All the way out past midfield. Tapped ahead once again. Trying to get it down to play it. Instead, it's Hope who has possession. Poked away, but not able to get to it that time. After he poked it away, that was Owen Soper. And this is going to be a kick for Adrian deep in Hope territory as they try to even this game before half. The conference between Kreshner and Ivanovic. Looks like Ivanovic is going to be the one to take the kick. Adrian not stacking players in the box right now, kind of on the outer fringes. Going to run into the box. Header deep. Not able to get there as Morgan Daniel corrals it. He steps out to throw it. He will conduct his team. He'll do a drop kick out to about the 40. Nice header ahead. Myland out ahead. Shot goes wide right. As that was Jack Minding as he tried to put that shot on. Sizemore came out to challenge him, trying to get it around. Sizemore ended up going wide to the right. As Jackson Minding already had one go off the post here a few minutes ago. Here's a kick far down once again. Adrian grabs it, sends it over, does Namachek. Taps it ahead once again. Soper sends it up over to Kyle Jennings. He's not able to do anything with it. They'll get tap around, bounce out of bounds. Adrian's throw in, 7 minutes to go now in this first half. Lewis throws it in. Jennings taps it over towards center. Hit onto the far side. Adrian player goes down again. No whistle. As we play on here. We're into the near sides. As that is David. And here's one all the way down. Kavoulis was behind lines. Whistle blows. So a little too far back there, and we'll shift around, head the other way. We approach 6 minutes to play here in this first half. Morgan Daniel set to kick this one away. He will do just that. The Adrian players drifting way back. Header down, tapped over into the center. Bunch of Adrian players there. Nobody able to get around it yet. It's tapped out of bounds by Kafoulis. Here's one thrown back into the corner. There's Weiland who couldn't quite get to it. But it goes out of bounds off of Adrian. So it's going to be yet another corner kick. Hope has already scored off of one corner. Now they're going to try to do it again. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Another corner kick for Hope College. We'll do a substitution here, it looks like, or looks like one of the Adrian players. Looks like it's Owen Soper. Looks like he got hit in the nose, got a bloody nose right now, so they're cleaning him up in front of the Bulldog bench. Official's going to pause the clock here while they take care of Soper. As the sun has set, the sky's gone black. The lights are on here at Adrian College, as they'll bring out number 32, Victor Montague. No, wait. Talking it over, still trying to figure out what they want to do. Now they will. Send out Montague. Add a little bit of height to this lineup. Coming in at 6'2". For this corner situation. Here's one into the box. Tapped out away. Out in front. Shot high and over the goalpost. Over the net. And into the trees out behind the goal. Clock rolling again as we are at 4:23 to go here in the first half. Eli Sizemore set to kick it off once again. Bulldogs transitioning down the field. Run up and the kick. Down the near side. Header off of a pair of players. Now it's out ahead. Tapped off ahead. Stolen away by Hope. Running around the near side. That's Weiland, who will feed it back out onto the far side to Davidson. Davidson trying to get it into the middle here. Here's one way ahead. Minor, and the whistle blew. And I'm not an expert on soccer rules, but I believe that he was offsides. Yes, that was Jackson Mining. He's got 9 goals on the season and 33 shots on goal. So he's the player that the Dutchman really try to feed, and he's had a couple opportunities so far in this game already. As Minan saps that one ahead and sent back the other way. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Jennings taps away to Montague, who will do kind of a back foot tap into the box over to Daniel. Daniel brings it out, kicks it off, back down the center field. Tapped away as they feed it out ahead once again. Into the box, shot towards goal, saved. That was Korstage who was chasing it deep into the box. We'll see this one again as he just got a clean run right through and a nice save by Eli Sizemore. Over 74 saves in the season, one of the higher save numbers in the entire league. Once again, another corner as time continues to dwindle here in the first half. Sends this one out into the box. Shot wide to the left. Looks like it was deflected by an Adrian defender. I believe that was Kyle Jennings on the far side, who knocked it on its way towards goal. So turns into another corner kick. Players set. Going to send this one into the box onto the far side. A very similar position to where they scored their goal off of. Kind of that far corner, headed back in behind the goalie, but not able to get there this time. And it goes out and will kick from the near corner. Set up to kick it again. About to hit 1 minute to go in the half. Here's the run up and the kick into the box, headed away onto the near side. Tap down. Going to kick it all the way back over onto the far side. Oh, corrals it once again. Sends it down into the middle. Now on the near side. Poked away. Stolen and kicked down the line. Stays fair in play. Into the box once again. Feeds it over. Sends a shot off towards the center. Nobody quite there. And it'll roll out of bounds. And will go the direction of Adrian College. So the Adrian defense standing tall, keeping this a one-goal game here in the first half, as we only have 30 seconds to go until we hit the half. Hope with possession again. They're going to try and get another shot off. Here's one into the box. Collision again, kicked away. No whistle blown. And Adrian will get to roll it down. Time will expire. So a 1-0 deficit for Adrian College through the first half off of the goal from Jack Lohman, assisted by Evan Morrison. But for Adrian College, not a lot to do on the offensive end. They had a few good looks, but in terms of controlling the ball for the majority of that first half, it was Hope College who had the advantage there. Hope also led this game in terms of corner kicks to this point, as they lead this game 1-0 and really lead all of the major categories. Official stats say that Adrian doesn't have a single shot on goal. I'm not sure if that is correct. It certainly felt like they had a few go that way, but stats don't lie, as Hope has taken 8 corner kicks. Again, Adrian hasn't taken a technical corner kick yet, but they have taken 3 or 4 Kyle Peterson throws into the center, which are essentially a corner kick. So tough so far. No cards given out in this game to this point, as both teams will head into the locker rooms, and we will step aside for this halftime break. Hope College leads the Adrian College Bulldogs in this battle for the top spot in the MIAA. We'll come back with your second half here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back to Docking Stadium, on the campus of Adrian College, where the undefeated top team in the MIAA, Hope College Dutchmen, are taking on the Adrian College Bulldogs. The Bulldogs only one loss on the year, looking to even that number with Hope and trying to tie it up in the race with 1 week to go in the MIAA season. We remind you as well, you can stay connected with all the action by following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media for game highlights to campus events. We've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow Adrian College TV today. A couple other matches happening around the MIAA here this afternoon. It was Albion taking a 2-0 win over Olivet. Calvin, who these Bulldogs will play next week, they claimed a 2-0 win over Alma. Kalamazoo and Trine, they're about to start their second half. Kalamazoo leads that game 1-0. And here it's Adrian College trailing Hope College 1-0 off of a goal in the 26th minute by Jack Lohman. His third of the year, assisted by Morrison. Jackson Minding. He had a shot that went off the post. So this game was very close to being a 2-0 Hope advantage. Let's run through your first half stats, official first half stats. It was 1 goal for Hope, none for Adrian, of course. It was 9 shots for Hope, 0 for Adrian. 4 shots on goal, 0 for Adrian. Again, I'm not sure how accurate that is. It really felt like Adrian had opportunities in that half, but the stats don't officially reflect it. In terms of corners, that is a big one. Hope managed to get 8 corner kicks in, while Adrian didn't get a single corner kick. They had a few plays with Kyle Peterson where he throws it in on the near side. It turns into essentially a corner, but it wasn't officially any corner kicks on the stats. Neither team got a card. Adrian committed 6 fouls to Hope's 3. Both teams were called for 1 offsides. Hope will start this game, this second half, with possession. They'll send it down the near side quickly as we are underway in the second half of this MIAA showdown between two of the winning teams, as there's 4 teams with winning records, 4 without in the MIAA Men's Soccer Conference. This one goes out of bounds on the far side. Going to stay with Hope. Looking to throw it in on the far side. Walking it up. Now going to throw it in out on the far side. Again, these numbers so hard to see at a distance on the far side. Tapped away back into the center, and they'll feed it over here back towards us to Benjamin Smitty. He'll kick it off down the far side, headed back into the center. The Bulldogs continue to just manage and control that one with that in the center. So Hope will take possession back into the far side, get into the corner, continuing to run around, trying to get it back into the box, maintain possession though. So the Dutchman almost picked away by Kyle Peterson behind him. Instead, it's going to be a kick down into the center. Tapped away into the middle. Another one into the center, but continuing to be successfully cleared. Here they are chasing it into the far side, trying to get around the corner. Sends one off towards goal out in front, and they'll go all the way onto the far side. Did the Bulldog touch it? No, they did not. So it'll be an Adrian College throw-in. Throw it in quickly to the near side and loses possession of it there. Frustrated with himself was Ryan Kretz. So it's going to be Hope, I believe. They're going to run a player from the far side of the field all the way over to take this throw in. That's going to be Jack Lohman, has a goal in this game. He's going to throw it in. It looks like he might be going for kind of a Kyle Peterson move. Throw it all the way into the box. That's what it'll do. Down in the box. Headed straight up into the air. Now tapped out in front. Continuing to keep it way up in the air. Adrian gets it down onto the ground. Hope going to chase it down out near the 40-yard line as they'll tap it back over to the near side. Back on to the other side. Adrian trying to pick it away. That was Nemechek on the far side. Excuse me, that was Kafoulis on the far side. One of the Adrian College seniors here tonight for senior night from Docking Stadium for this men's soccer team. Kicked up into the air as they'll continue to go back and forth. Here's one run to the near side, tapped out ahead. Oh, almost able to get it out in front for Ivanovic. Instead, we transition the other way, stolen away by Hope. Quickly fought for by Adrian, but trying to maintain possession. Not able to do so yet as they'll send it ahead into the corner. Ivanovic trying to run it down. He'll chase it into the corner, trying to kick it off, and goes, which they're going to call? They're going to call it for Adrian. That'll be their first throw-in in this deep corner of the game. Is it officially a corner kick or is this a throw-in? This is the throw-in. So not able to get that corner kick officially. As the Adrian College student section kind of returning from the halftime break, as this is a very chilly night in downtown Adrian. Here's one tapped over to center. Back out front. Deep header. Nobody there. And over to grab it is Morgan Daniel. Going to reset here. Go for probably a drop kick. He'll do just that. Send it down the field. Bounces off the ground. Neither team able to get it, try and control it there. Here's one onto the near side. Able to chase it down once again is Wineland, as he's been all over the place here in this second half. Able to get it in off of a Adrian defender, so the throw in will come in towards the box. Headed away quickly. Ivanovic taps it over, and they'll send it back down the field. Here onto the near side. Wineland fighting for it again. Instead, it's going to get through. And, almost able to get it all the way through to Kyle Jennings. Would have been a golden opportunity for Adrian to try and tie this game. Instead, we had the other direction, and we got a whistle. So they're going to reset back over here. And whistle here again, as it looks like we actually have an Adrian player down on the near side. Did not see what happened, but just stretching out a little bit here. That is Ryan Kretz, as he's frustrated with himself, as he's going to come off the field here, grimacing in quite a bit of pain as he'll go to the near side again. Did not see what happened, but got up, walked off, clearly in some pain, frustrated as well. So Kretz is out. Trying to figure out what head coach Charlie Miles will have his Bulldogs do next. And they're going to have Brian Baker come into this game. Ryan Kretz kind of went under the bleachers off to our right, so not sure what happened. Hopefully he's all right. In the meantime, we'll continue to play as Eli Sizemore's come way out from goal to send this kick onto the far side. Tapped over the head of number 26, Nicholas Kafoulis, and out of bounds. So we'll head back the other way. Throwing down the far side. Contested again. Out of bounds. Going to go with Adrian this time. Quickly throws it back in. High kick. Back down to the far side. Header into the center. Milan sends it ahead again. Trying to get it out in front of it. Almost into the box, but tapped away for now. And clearing it out was Dominic Kreshner, the defenseman. So Adrian will reset here. Going to be another throw in on the far side. And they're bringing over Jack Lohman once again. He's kind of been the catalyst for a lot of this offense tonight for Hope. Has the one goal. And it looks like he's going to try and throw this one all the way into the box once again. We've seen this quite a bit tonight. Here's the run-up and the throw. Down into the front of the box. Headed high up into the air. Trying to send it off towards goal. Not able to do so. Sends it over to the near side. Able to chase it down there. Is Mind going to send it over into the center. Almost a shot. Instead it goes off the other way. Mineland fighting for it there. Sent off to the near side. And it's out of bounds by the Adrian defender. That was Ryan Guki, I believe. Back over onto this near side now. Jack Lohman gonna throw it in. We reset once again. Run up and the throw into the box. Headed off into the center, kicked away. Back on to the far side. High kick back into the box. Eli Sizemore gets under it. He will corral it. And Adrian College survives once again on the defensive end. Now they got to try and get some offense rolling. Quickly turned over to Hope once again. Back on to the near side. This one sent over to the near corner. Kicked away. Back into the center. Tapped over. Trying to send it towards goal. Deflected away. And then cleared high into the night sky. Back into the center. Sends it back down. A couple players take it back and forth. Now it's in the hands of Baker as he gets his first touch since he came in for Kreshner a little bit ago. Here's a kick onto the far side. Controlled nicely by Seth Walters. Haven't called his name much here tonight, but he has 9 goals on the season. Here's the kick onto the back. Eli Sizemore will run it down. Quick run up and a kick down the field. Baker trying to get under it. Now he does. Into the box. Sends it ahead. Kyle Jennings cleared away quickly. Back into Adrian possession. Trying to keep it inbounds and will do that so far. Baker taps it over. Now Baker has possession once again. Sends this one off in the direction of goal. Wide right. But corralled by Morgan Daniel anyway. Adrian continues to try and pressure here. This is a team that has struggled to put up goals all year. Did so last week in the 1-0 victory against Trine. Gonna need to find another goal here if they want to try and get a win against a very talented Hope team. This one ahead to Kyle Jennings. He tried to hit it into the center. Instead, we head back the other direction. That one fought for and out of bounds off of the Bulldogs' Nick Miller. So we'll go the other direction. Send it back to Benjamin Smitty. He'll kick it deep down the field into the center zone once again. Contested and controlled by the Bulldogs. Chased from behind. Adrian's Simon David goes down, but no whistle as we play on the far side. Contested for it once again. Stolen away. Kick down the field goes out of bounds, so we will reset on the far side. Under 35 minutes left to play here in the first period. Here in this second half of the Adrian College game. kick down the field again. Able to chase it down and knock it out of bounds. There was Dominic Kreshner. So it's going to be an Hope College throw-in, and coming back onto the field after taking a breather is Jackson Minding. Had 1 goal go off post. He's got 9 on the year, so one of the catalysts for this Hope attack back in there, as he's going to be standing in the box at 6'3" for this throw-in. The run-up and the throw into the near side of the box. Headed off away. Trying to chase it down is Kyle Jennings. Instead, it goes back into the top. Baker with a nice job. He'll run it down and get it out into open space. Continuing to move. Keeps it away from one. He'll send it ahead, trying to get it to Kyle Jennings. Instead, it's cleared back into the far side. It'll be Eli Sizemore that corrals it, and he'll kick it off once again. Kicks this one deep, down into the center. Pair of headers, tap it around. Kicked off once again. Adrian corrals it towards midfield. Tries to send this one ahead, trying to get it in to Kyle Jennings, and he didn't commit to try and run that one down. Just a little too far out in front of him. So instead, going to reset. Looks like this will be a throw-in or a kick here. Going to bring Morgan Daniel out to execute it from about the 25-yard line. Adrian drifting back. Here's the kick. Down the field. Tapped over the head of the Bulldogs, and they'll kick this one off and go out of bounds. There's some obvious frustration from this Bulldog team as they've continued to struggle in this game to find offense, find goals. It's been the theme of the year. Into the box again. Minder almost found a foot-on shot in the box. Trying to chase it down once again was Minding, but cleared out ahead. Kyle Jennings maintains possession. Here's a break. Jennings out in front. On the move, tries to feed it over. Baker tries to corral it. Instead, it's cleared off and away by Benjamin Smitty. So aggressive once again as Adrian continues to push and try to establish some possession, get some shot on goal opportunities to try and tie this game. Stolen away quickly, and this one out ahead. Trying to get there was Minding, as he's been the most aggressive player for Hope. He wasn't able to get there, but instead it's Adrian's Dominic Kreshner who cleared that one away. As we head back, Kreshner heads it off again to the one and only Eli Sizemore as he will reset for the kickoff. Sends this one down the field. Headed back over. Once again, corralled. Minding comes in from behind. No whistle as he goes down. He's back on his feet quickly as we send him back in the other direction. Adrian just continuing to try and establish some possession. Really feels like Hope has controlled the pace in this half. Baker fighting for it on the near side. Stolen away once again by Seintel as he sends it way down the field. And they'll tap it over to Eli Sizemore. He'll send it over. Being aggressive there was Seth Walters, not letting him get any kind of clean kickoff opportunity. Throw in for Hope on the far side. Throws it in to the center. Goes over the head of Minding. On the far side, Kreshner will kick it off down the field and out of bounds. So a quick throw in that time. They go fast and will instead send it right out into the back line. Ooh, and almost able to get there and try and force some disruption was Andy Ivanovich. Instead, it's on the far side with minding as he gets his pocket picked. Kyle Jennings taps it over onto the sideline, but rolls out of bounds, and it will stay in the possession of Hope. Quickly once again, as Hope really trying to put the pressure on this Bulldogs team. Contested, fighting for it. On the far side, once again, stolen away by the Bulldogs. Moving down the far side. Has a little bit of space, but just going to send it down. Try and clear this all the way back to the far side. Space around the middle. That's where they're going to work. Send it over to the far side. Tap it back out to the back to Benjamin Smitty. He'll kick it deep down the field. Once again, collision out there. No whistle as the quick kick back down the near side. Baker trying to run him down. Tries to force a steal, and it'll go Adrian's way. He down the field quickly. Throws it into Baker. Kicked away. But they continue to move out ahead here. Trying to see what the call is here from head coach Charlie Miles. Just going to throw it in. Get it over into the center. Bulldogs really would like some possession here. Sends it to the far corner. A little too far out there. Minding not able to get ahead on it, and Adrian trying to get back onto the move. Tries to get over to Kyle Jennings. Not quite there, as it is cleared away. Adrian reestablishing here on the far side. Need to get some possession here. You know, they've played defense for the majority of this half when you're down 0-1 already. Sends this one into the center. Nobody there. On the far side, collision out there as I believe that was Nicholas Kafoulis, I believe, on the far side, who tried to make a play on it. Hope's going to make a substitution. Going to bring back on Riker Course Stage. He started this game, was out for a little bit there. He's got 3 goals on the year. Adrian's going to counter with a couple players of their own set to come in at the next stoppage. This one goes out of bounds. It's going to be Adrian's possession. And the substitution is on as we're going to see Kyle Peterson come back on to the field, along with Andy Biter taking over for a pair of players as Simon David comes off, along with the senior, Nicholas Kafoulis, one of 3 seniors on this team honored tonight here for senior night. Kyle Peterson has it to throw it in on the far side. He'll throw it far into the Hope side. Controlled along the far side. Tapped and stolen away. Sent back over to the center. Minding almost able to get to it. Instead cleared off. As Adrian hitting it around. Kyle Jennings had it for a second. Tapped off onto the far side. Cleared back over as they continue to try and get it to Minding, their superstar. Instead, they send it all the way ahead. Good job by the Bulldogs to box out the streaking number 3 Riker Constage as he just came in off the bench. Not able to get to that one. Instead, it goes out of bounds, and they're going to bring number 5, Jack Lohman, over. He is their throw-in specialist. Hope trying to add another goal to this lead. We approach halfway through this second half. Into the box and headed off and out of bounds by Jackson Minding, the 6'3" star for this Hope team. Resetting is Eli Sizemore. Continuing to wait here as his team gets in position down the field. Now he'll run up and kick. Sending it down. Headed off onto the far side. Contested there with Kyle Peterson. Peterson almost has it taken away. Instead, he maintains possession. Sends it over onto the near side. Trying to find some space here. Almost gets it into the center. Taps it over to the far side. Baker is there. Runs it down into the corner. Trying to establish something here. Tries to go between the legs. Not able to get there. Kyle Jennings tries to chase it down. Instead, it's cleared off and out of bounds. Good job there by Owen Summerly. He clears it off. So now it's going to be on Kyle Peterson once again, the throw-in specialist for Adrian, as they continue to fight to try and find their first goal of this contest. Bunch of players in the box. Peterson runs up, sends it far into the box. High header, not quite there. Tapped off towards goal and to go wide right. Contact and an opportunity for the Bulldogs, but it doesn't quite go their way. And that was, I believe, Aiden Biter, but I'm not quite sure. Again, the numbers are just so small out there. Turn around. Now Adrian will try and play some defense. This one goes onto the far side. As Minder continues to try and possess it. Tapped over onto the far side. Kyle Peterson feeds it back into the center. Tap way down the field. Kyle Jennings sends it over into the middle. Jennings had a little bit of space momentarily on this near side. Instead, they continue to tap it around. Baker with it. Feeds into the middle. Tap over to Kyle Jennings. He sends it over into the box. Tapped out and away. Kyle Peterson trying to run it down. Instead, it's a speeding Hope player, but collided on the near side. Continue to tap it around. Sends it over into the middle, and the kick to clear it all the way out. Kyle Peterson will tap it back into the middle. Contested once again until it goes all the way down here and kicked. Trying to get it over to Baker. Contesting it once again. Baker now with it on the near side. Trying to keep it in bounds. It goes out of bounds, but off of a Hope player. Nick Miller out to throw it in. He'll send it over into the center and all the way down the field once again. Into the middle, fighting for it. For another towering shot into the middle. Send it over onto the far side to Kyle Peterson, making his way down the far side. It's Aiden Biter who had it momentarily before it gets taken away. Collision out near midfield between Meiding and Dominic Kreshner. And it's going to go in the direction of Hope College. Crowd thought that one should have been Adrian's ball, but long way to see on this field as substitution comes on, and Josh Wineland will come in for Hope College. Wineland with 4 goals on the year. Contested, and a whistle. A whistle and a card. Physical hand fighting play on the far side. Kyle Peterson can't believe it. So he's talking to the official about it, but card's been given. Official explaining it to him. A step aside. Reset. Got the ready for the free kick from about the 30-yard line. Very dangerous position once again. Adrian resetting. Whistle blows, let them know they're good. The run-up, the fake, the kick. Far down, into the box. Eli Sizemore goes high, gets a glove on it, sends it away into the center, tries to send a shot towards goal. Deflected away, off onto the far side. Rolling and rolling into the side, out of bounds, and it's a corner. Seth Walters with the defensive play for Hope. As it deflected away, he kind of let it roll out of bounds, made sure they got another corner out of this. Set for the kick. Once again, another one into the box. It goes over the box, headed away and lands on top of the netting. The Adrian defense continues to do their absolute best. Eli Sizemore sends this one far down the field, headed off away again. Tapped away, Kyle Jennings with it. He'll send it back all the way down. And it'll be corralled by Morgan Daniel back in his own goal. Down to force him to pick up the ball was Andy Ivanovic. But Hope, no need for them to rush. They're going to really take their time. Here's a kick down the field. Gets by a pair of players before it's headed off into the center. Trying to tap it ahead again. Nobody there. So Adrian will run it down into far corner. Kind of boxed in here now and then tries to send it down the line. Baker not able to get there as it goes out of bounds. So Hope will maintain possession out of this. Just stalling, killing as much time as they can. A substitution in quickly. Throw it into the corner. Header out ahead. Mineland will trend one towards goal, and it goes high and wide to the left. It's a tough play for Jackson Minding. He's already had one go off post tonight. 9 goals on the year, so a dangerous player for Hope. But that one just went wide left. Eli Sizemore resets for Adrian back in the box. Setting up for the kickoff, the run, and the kick. Down to midfield again. Tapped away. Kyle Jennings will feed it over onto the near side. Gets it out ahead. Tapped away. Kyle Jennings not quite able to get there, and it gets kicked off down the field by Evan Morrison as they fight for it out in front of the box as Mineland almost got to that one. Here's a kick that goes out of bounds, and Adrian will throw it in. Throws it on the near side. Nick Miller sends it back into the center. Tap out ahead. Gets away from the Adrian's Aiden Biter and tapped away, and Mineland gets away from one into the box. Fight and contact. And he goes down, and another whistle. Going to pause the clock for this one. There's going to be another card. Another card, this one on Ryan Goki for Adrian, as he was running down trying to defend Jackson Minding. Kind of collided with Minding. Both players went down. Official gives Adrian the yellow card, and this is a very dangerous situation here. Minding, one of the highest scoring players in the MIAA. He's standing by, talking with number 24 Matthew Davidson on how they want to play this kick. 5 Adrian players in a defensive wall to try and block this shot. The fake. Davison will send right into the wall. Rebound. Shot again. Deflected away. Now they have it on the near side once again. Kick and out of bounds. Adrian will take the kick off. They'll throw it quickly down on the near side. Tapped away once again. Nick Miller will send it out ahead. It's Evan Morrison who sends it over onto the far side. Trying to chase it down. Out there is Davidson. Poked away by Kyle Peterson as Adrian trying to get some possession here. Nice steals on the far side. Sends it ahead to Kyle Jennings. Not quite there. And will roll out ahead to Morgan Daniel. And he'll corral and reset here as we approach 16 minutes to play here in the second half of this MIAA high-stakes conference game. Fighting for it out in front. Minding will take a shot towards goal, and it goes wide right. Minding a second shot in just a few minutes that he sends towards goal. One went wide left. That one went wide right. And Adrian continues to keep this game within 1 goal. Trying as hard as they can to find some offense, find some shots on goal, trying to tie up this game. Here's the kickoff. Down past midfield once again. Tapped over to Krushner. Handed over to the far side. Kick it deep into the corner is Wineland as Eli Sizemore corrals it once again. He'll kind of work it forward. Now the kick goes down the near side, trying to get it over to Baker. Header off and out of bounds by Owen Simonal. Quickly thrown in to Kyle Jennings. Not quite able to get control of that one as it heads it off the other direction. Adrian trying to establish some possession here. Instead, it's a pair of headers around the midfield mark. Gets it over to Seth Walters now. He'll send it into the corner. Nobody there. It'll roll out of bounds, and Adrian will set up for another kick. And clock stopped here. What do we got? Missed whatever call was here. Clock rolling again, though. Not sure exactly what happened there. Sends it over to Kyle Jennings. Off his foot and back the other direction. And tapped, and it goes out of bounds by Ryan Gokes. So Hope will get another possession. Set to throw it in deep into Adrian territory once again. Thrown up and the throw. Mining fighting for it with two Bulldogs. Gets over to Seth Walters. He'll run it down to the corner, send it into the box. Fighting around the players, dancing, still trying to get a shot off. Not quite able to do so. Adrian will steal it away and head the other direction. Kyle Jennings with it. And he'll feed it out ahead to Andy Biter. Fighting for it once again, and it's going to go Hope's direction. Adrian thought they were going to be having a throw in. Instead, Hope's going to throw it in once again on the Adrian side. Approaching 13 and a half minutes left to play. The run and the throw. Mining not quite able to get there. Kick over into the center. Mining chases that one down. Pair of Bulldogs there to fight around him. Send over into the center, shot deflected away. Biter will kick this one off towards the near side. High kick back into the center. Header off onto the near side to make Nick Miller. He'll send it away and kick deep into the corner by number 18, Evan Testans. And it'll go out of bounds off of an Adrian player. So going to reset here. Similar spot that we've seen them do a few throw-ins towards goal with Jack Lohman, but doesn't look like he's out there right now. So instead, just going to throw it into the corner. Tapped away, rolls out of bounds. And it'll be another kickoff for Eli Sizemore. Adrian continuing to do their best to keep this game close. Nice round of applause as the Adrian's number 15, Aiden Byer, comes off the pitch. Sizemore runs up and kicks it off. Down the field once again. Walters gets there, kicked off down to the field again. Sends it back the other way. Quickly. Tries to feed it over onto the far side, but not able to do so. That was number 14, Grant Hainzik on the far side, who wasn't able to get there. Now you send ahead to Monago. Baker back out there as well. Now Monago sends it over. Stolen away by Walters. Walters sends it ahead, and they tap it around before eventually sending it all the way back to Eli Sizemore. Now we go back out to midfield. High into the sky once again. Over to Krushner. Now Nick Miller sends it over, and then they'll kick it down the field. Kyle Jennings trying to get possession, gets taken down. And we got a whistle. Set to throw it in here is Nick Miller. He'll send it into Kyle Jennings. Nice feed around to Monaco. Not able to do anything with it there, though. Able to maintain the possession, though, is Andy Ivanovic. He'll send it into the middle. Monaco will send one towards goal. And saved by Morgan Daniel. Monaco coming in at 6'2", able to go high and get ahead on that one to send it towards goal. Kicking back in the other direction. Trying to get it over the Bulldog defense. Now into the back. Sends it over into the center. Miner trying to get there, but nicely cleared away by Kyle Peterson. Minding was really looking for that 10th goal of the year. Not quite able to get it that time, as they will reset with a corner kick here on the near side corner. Over to take it is number 14, Grant Heiseneck. Just going to kick it short. Now they're going to send it into the box, into the back post, and it goes wide. I think that one went off the post once again. The kickoff goes all the way down and out of bounds. As that was a 9th corner of the game for Hope. No, that doesn't seem right. 10th corner of the game, excuse me. 10th corner of the game as we get the stats updating live here. Back out onto the pitch is Evan Morrison for Hope. Sends it back over. Kyle Peterson chases it down. Beats back over to Kyle Peterson. He'll send it down the field. Monaco not quite able to get there. Instead, it's sent back the other way. Minding, as he's on the far side. Sends it off towards out of bounds. But hey, it's Adrian's possession again. We roll close to 9 minutes to play here in this showdown between undefeated Hope College, 4-0-1 in conference. Adrian 3-1-1. Adrian trying to tie up their records. Hope looking to put an exclamation point on what they hope is another MIAA top finish. Over into the center. Cleared off again. Chasing it onto the near side. Contact and taking a nasty spill there was Hope's number 3, Ryan Corstage. He goes down. They'll throw it in on the near side. Gets around one, sends it off towards goal, into the front, and they score! A great shot into the box and able to get a head on it and put it in net. We'll see that one again. If they just work it around, you get this perfect pass right into the box. Eli Sizemore lays out trying to get it. It is just too far away. And I believe it was Matthew Davidson who put that one in the back of the neck as Adrian now trails this game by a score of 2-1. For Davison, that's his 3rd goal of the season. Kyle Peterson taps it off from center as this Adrian offense, which averages less than a goal a game, now going to be asked to try and make up a multi-goal deficit. Hope trying to turn that into 3. Minder sends one curving towards goal. Eli Sizemore lays out to get that one out of the air as that one was on target. 7.5 minutes to go here. Kickoff way down the field. Headed back off towards center. Tapped up in the air. Bunch of players trying to fight for it. Kyle Jennings will grab control. Hanging down the near side. Owen Emmert, one of the seniors on this Adrian College team, honored tonight at senior night, gets it into the box. Montague fighting for it. Whistle blows. And we'll go the other way. Time running out for Adrian, and what has been a less than ideal season, but conference play, as Coach Charlie Miles said he wanted, looked pretty good. So they are 3-1-1, assuming that they're not able to pull off some kind of miracle and come back here late in this game. On the far side, tapped and rolling back to the Adrian side. They'll reset again with Eli Sizemore. Sends this one far down the field, headed up and away. Minding out to kick it off again, and the header goes back the other way. Collision again, but Hope maintains control to this point. Header over again. That's Andy Ivanovic, sends it out ahead. Montague not quite able to get there. Goes out ahead to Minding. He collides with a player, and a whistle blows. And they're going to call a penalty here once again. Adrian fans can't believe it, as looked like a physical play nonetheless. And we got a card given out. I think that card went on to Minding, I believe. I'm very confused about what has happened here. The official over to talk to Hope College coach David Balkan. Explain to him what's going on, as it certainly looked like the yellow card was given to Hope's Jackson Minding. Now official over to explain it to Charlie Miles as well. So again, it looked like the card went against Hope, but now it looks like Hope is saying to take a kick. So I don't know what's going on here. Nonetheless, set to take this kick is Evan Morrison. He'll kick it far down into the box again. Header off towards goal. Ground by Eli Sizemore, as we have 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. Far down the field again. This one gets by Minding as they'll tap it away. Now Minding gets ahead on it, trying to send it out ahead. Bulldogs able to corral it. That's Dick Miller who sends it back to Eli Sizemore. Sizemore working as far downfield as he can. Now he'll send it down all the way into Hope end. Corralled again and quickly cleared all the way back to Eli Sizemore, as he will continue to reset, get as far down as he can before he sends a kick out ahead. Baker fighting for it on the far side. Tapped off again. Over to a Hope player as they'll race down the field once again. Sends it out ahead to Minding. Out in front. One player in front. Gets her by one. Sends it towards goal. And it is corralled by Eli Sizemore. Eli Sizemore throws it out quickly to Baker on the far side. Gets it picked out of his pocket as Hope continues to run their offense on the near side. Owen Smith sends it over to the center, and they'll tap it back out. No need for Hope to rush to send this one all the way down. Looking for Minding. He'll send one across, and Sizemore saves that one again. And we got a whistle to stop the clock here, as we got a couple of Hope players substituting on. Clock stopped with 3:56 to go in the half and in this game. Hope College leading 2-0 over Adrian, as Hope presumably 4 minutes away from improving their record to 5-0-1. This corner kick goes over the box. Adrian, Eli Sizemore ready to kick it off again. Clock running under 3:30 to go. As this one winding down here from Docking Stadium. Send it over into the center. Back over to Minding. He tries to tap it ahead. Not there. Baker controls it on the far side. Works it ahead. Tries to send it forward to Montague, but you can see how many dark blue jerseys are back on defense as they just got to keep Adrian off the goal for another 3 minutes, and they'll be improving to 5-0-1 on this conference season for MIAA. Knocked it out of bounds. Number 22, that's Nick Miller, ready to throw it in. He'll throw it down the line, over the back. Montague has it. He'll send it across, trying to get it to Kyle Jennings. Not ready for it there. Instead, it's Hope who will run down the field, continuing to just kill this clock. Kyle Jennings fighting for it right at midfield. Gets it taken away by Grant Heinzek. He'll send it ahead to Minding. He gets it taken away and sent over to Eli Sizemore. Sizemore's going to kick it off way down the field. Header up again. Heavy contact as they continue to play along the far side. Andy Ivanovic had it for a second. Gets it taken away into the corner. Kyle Jennings now with it. They continue to penetrate, trying to get a goal back. Sends this one towards its goal. It goes wide right. Morgan Daniel will corral it. Minute 54 to go, and he'll burn off as much of this time as he can, taking his time, bringing it out, setting up for this kick. The run-up and the kick. Way down the field. Header away. High kick once again. All the way down. Header off closer to the center. Baker over to try and contest for it. Gains control of it for a moment. So Adrian has it now. Sends it down to Montague. Picked away by Benjamin Smitty. Montague gets it back. Sends it over. Tapped away back into the center. Nick Miller now on the near side. Trying to run down the side here. Sends it ahead to Morrison. Montague tries to get a shot off. Taken down. No whistle called. Instead, we're going to have a corner. 1 minute to go here in this game. Adrian College trying to get off a quick corner. Running all the way down, Eli Sizemore. Going to give it his best shot. Into the goal. High into the air to corral it is Morgan Daniel. And that'll all but do it. Morgan Daniel runs down. He'll kick it off down the field as the Bulldogs running all the way back, trying to cover the empty goal. Hit it around a couple times. 25 seconds left as Eli Sizemore, the goalie, just ran 100 yards down the field both ways. But he gets back. Kyle Jennings on the far side as time ticks away for this game for Adrian College and Hope. And that'll do it. Time will run out. The two teams will shake hands as this one is done. Adrian College not able to keep up with the strength of the top team in the MIAA. Hope College comes away with the 2-0 victory. Outshot, outcornered, outcontrolled, and outscored the Bulldogs in this game. Two teams meeting out to shake hands as this was a game that Adrian College, much like many games this season, just wasn't able to get an offense going. Not able to find the back of the net once again. So a frustrating game for Adrian as they fall to 3-2-1 in the MIAA. They'll finish up their season at Calvin next week. These fans stuck around here tonight to give the seniors a send-off from Docking Stadium. That'll do it for us here from Docking Stadium. I'm Josh Mitchell as Hope College improves to 5-0-1, knocking off the Adrian College men's soccer team in MIAA soccer action. That'll do it from us here from Docking Stadium. Wish you all a great night.